A number of education stakeholders are disputing the just released KCSE results. From the results, a majority of the 611,952 candidates who sat for the examination were unable to meet the minimum university entry grade of C+.
Kenya is supposed to attain at least transition to university minimum 15% of Form 4 candidature. While the same ministry is struggling and convincing us of a transition of 100% from primary to secondary, if what we are witnessing through this examination process, then it is a contradiction.
This year, 142 candidates scored A grade compared to last year's 141. The number of candidates who scored A- reduced by almost half, from 4,645 to 2,714. Students who managed C+ and above are 70,073, while last year 88,929 scored C+.
There will be close to 25,000 vacancies that shall not be filled within the available vacancies from a candidature of 600,000. I think this is pathetic.
The Kenya National Union of Teachers wants Education CS Fred Matiang'i and the chair of Kenya National Examination Council held responsible for the poor results.
The development of appropriate grading system per subject has been sidestepped by the exam council through dictatorship of two individuals. That's why we are in this disaster. You cannot lift the rose course and use a strange system to assign grades. So the grades that we are getting, that the students have been assigned, are wrong grades. We are convinced.
But the teachers' union leaders believe that the results are a deliberate strategy to scale down the number of students joining universities.
This process needs to be investigated. It is an injustice against our children. And this result is one of the biggest genocide that nobody should celebrate.
You will listen and hear a lot of rumors which are not pleasant. You understand? Ignore them. Because like I have said, we are intelligent people and we plan our work.
NASA leader Raila Odinga on his part wants a task force set up to investigate the low transition rates of students from secondary schools to university. Raila said, and I quote, "I am deeply concerned that close to 90% of the KCSE candidates have failed. This is very worrying. Our country needs skilled manpower to achieve its ambitious growth goals. Therefore, making the transition from high school to university is significant." Raila continues to say, as the country commits resources to free learning and scales up enrollment, the whole purpose and value for money is lost when close to 90% of those students eventually fail. End of quote.
Kulikuwa na wakati ambao mtoto anapata A akipelekwa kwenda kufanya medicine ama aende afanye architecture ama electrical engineering ama law, anaenda amalisi first year, anasema mnirudishe nyumbani, nataka kwenda kusomea polytechnic ama kwa diploma college, kwa sababu alikuwa na max ile yenye amepewa, sio yenye ana qualify.
I don't believe that cheating is the only factor that is responsible for that massive failure. Because the main objective of examination is to assess the implementation of the curriculum. It is not supposed to bring an end to the development of young people.
But examiners who handled the examination papers are attributing the mass failures to misunderstanding of questions. In their report, examiners noted that most answers to questions required elaborate responses. In the report, the examiners said some of the questions tested candidates' ability to discuss and explain some concepts, but candidates either listed or provided sketchy answers. The results for this year's Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education examinations has elicited mixed reaction from students, teachers and parents, and while teachers' union leaders want the results recalled, it is not yet clear whether the government will heed their call. Sharon Barang'a, NTV.